we're going to talk about this thing, the Beecher Mirage. The monocular I use on a day-to-day basis. So, in the meantime, I guess I'll put it on while I open up the chat. So, just so you guys know what I'm talking about, might as well have the topic of the video in front of my face. So, I'm going to open up the chat just so that I can see the chat, and then we're going to talk about it. I've been procrastinating making a live video, and I'm finally doing one. I want to talk about this thing. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, we know the audio's good. So, YouTube Live doesn't have the tags, so I have to tag the video later. I'm going to share this on social, and then we'll get started. Okay. Twitter. Oh, come on, Twitter. I'm live. Don't do this. Twitter's like, new terms and conditions. Oh, anyway, so today we're going to talk about the Beecher, the monocular that I have on my face. Just kind of things I would like to improve on it. Because honestly, I have quite a bit of, it's positive feedback, but a lot of it is just things that after so many years, I've learned to repair my own Beecher, and when you learn to repair your own device, oh my god, that thumbnail's so bad. I gotta crop this and fix it, hold on. When you learn to repair your own device, it just, honestly, you know there's some things that gotta be improved. Okay. Yeah, I have to edit a few things before we go live, but I always wait a little bit until basically... no, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. Back. So I'm just editing the thumbnail on the fly because, I didn't notice on the thumbnail that I didn't have, like my face was shown, so part of it, it is what it is. Okay, so I want to talk about this thing now, the Beecher monocular. Now that I'm almost done here with the thumbnail, essentially what I want to talk about is how I fix it and things that I basically have to do to it to maintain it all these years. I got this one 2016, 2017. I had another one for 3 years. I had one 2014 to 2017, and then I had this one for 4 years, and I'm planning on getting another one soon, kinda. Yeah, we're good to go. I hope that social images update. Anyway, yeah, it's been one of those things where I've learned to repair my own thing. I've had to learn to repair it. Otherwise, I just can't use it. Like right now, it's almost at the point where I've repaired it so much that, I'm gonna say that I've used it so much that it's time for a new one. And that's actually not that it's a bad product. It's actually the best thing that's ever happened to me. I just want to talk about the real day-to-day with this thing. So this thing's great. This is actually the 7X version, and it adjusts great. I do a few things. So I'm going to talk about maintenance. This is amazing. This is the amazing part of the Beecher. This is the part that I love. The maintenance is so good that I actually use a little bit of just normal WD-40 on the edges here so that my slider goes through. And I go a lot to, I'm in salt water a lot because I like the beach, I like the ocean. And you can hear how it sounds when I move it. So imagine if I have to wash this thing every time I come back from the ocean. When it comes into contact, I don't put it in the salt water, of course, but you know, you're in the area, it's in the salt is in the air, it kind of gets hit. So WD-40 just a little bit, barely enough, and then just kind of spread it with a little paper towel. I do that to maintain it, and then I clean the glass with a camera lens cleaner. It's basically some kind of weird mixture of isopropyl alcohol and some blue liquid. I don't know what it is. And it's been great, honestly. I have to clean it again. It's kind of dirty. But, you know, I clean this thing every week, basically. I'll deep clean it. You know, I'll put a Q-tip inside of here and I'll clean that. And it's great. I gotta open up the chat. I haven't been looking at the chat. Let me open up the chat again. I don't know why I closed it. You know, it's been great, but I want to talk about things that I would improve on it. Really, YouTube? Still? 0 people viewing it? Okay. YouTube doesn't like it when I don't upload. It's so depressing, honestly. That's what makes me not want to upload sometimes. Is I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a cool video, and then YouTube just shuts me down. Alright, anyway. Hopefully after it'll get some views. I'll still have the chat open though, just in case anybody pops in. But knowing how this algorithm works, nobody's gonna appear. Oh, we got one person on now. Cool, hello. So as I was talking about the Beecher, this is called the Beecher Mirage Monocular. So I clean it with a Q-tip. I use, you know, the isopropyl alcohol and some kind of lens cleaner thing that they sell for computer monitors. And it does great, you know, WD-40 for the focus ring here on the top, and it does a good job. And you know, it does great. Now, repairability wise is something that I love about this. It's super repairable. Now, I stripped a screw last time I took this apart. So from the salt water, and this is why I say it's a great product, is this screw here has got lots of corrosion. That isn't Beecher's fault. That's my fault for honestly using it so much and in salt water. You see the corrosion there for those who are visually impaired. For those who are totally blind, the corrosion just, it makes the metal look kind of gray. Yeah, and I've changed this. So this is what I love about it, is I've been able to change the casing, so this plastic outer edge. However, I would like some improvements in whatever next Beecher Mirage monocular comes out. First of all, this screw, why not kind of make it so it's either a material that's more resistant to rust and to dirt and debris, so that it doesn't get peeled off. So when you send these kits, send it with an extra screw. Because if we reuse the screw, eventually it's just gonna, the screw is the oldest part. The screw and the glass is the oldest part in here. And the screw being the only metal thing, so this is great. Everything's plastic, so nothing really rusts. The only thing that rusts is that little screw. And that screw, I mean, there's a little metal plate. Hold on, where is it? There's a little metal plate here too. Yeah, here it is. So there's this metal plate. This has gotten some rust as well. So basically, I would just replace the metal with a hard plastic or some kind of more resistant material, and that would make replacements a lot easier. The next thing is the nose piece. So the nose piece, generally you can take it on and off really easily. And when you take on and off, I can't even do it because I actually crazy glued my nose piece on here. And this is what I'm putting on my nose right now. Not even the whole nose piece. I'm putting on this jagged plastic because well, I can't. So I bought a new casing. The casings are really inexpensive, and I went to install it and I couldn't because of the screw. I usually do that when it gets to this stage, but right now at this stage I can't repair it. So I actually have to go to the optometrist and do that. That's not a bad thing. Actually, it took 4 years before this thing became unrepairable by me, a normal, not too handy with, repairing eyewear material, okay? And I was able to repair this thing for years. So I essentially was able to repair the casing for a while, and it came with the nose piece, and you put the nose piece on, and it's as good as new. But basically, I would change the nose piece and the metal materials, make it something that's a little more resistant to the elements. And the band. That's the last thing I would change. So it comes with a thin band that isn't this. This is custom. I put this on. It comes with a little rubber band type of thing. This is actually what they should put on here, which is kind of more like a lanyard for the back of it. I've been buying this lanyards. They sell them at a glass store in the city I live in. You go to your regular glasses store, and I'm pulling on it, and it doesn't come off. It's got these little tension sleeves that go on here, and this thing can get full of sweat, and it won't come off at all. And I love that. The rubber bands that come with the kit, with the frame of the Beecher, they kind of snap off after a while. They're rubber bands. This is actually, it's rubber, but it's protected by a thin sheet of material, whatever this is, felt. I don't know what material, but it's a very rough material that is very resistant. So I would put something like that. Okay, that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. Just change the metal pieces to something more resistant to the elements. Change the nose piece to something a little more durable. Oh, I didn't finish that. The nose piece is held in by a little pin. I can't even show you because, as I said, the nose piece is crazy glued in. And I crazy glued in because I had to repair it at the moment. And I do that. I end up getting the new frame. But anyway, the nose piece is held by a little pin. A pin the size of, I don't know, about half a millimeter. It's very thin, okay? And it's thin enough that if you bump into something, which is how I break these things most of the time, the nose piece, I'll bend down to open a cabinet and plop. I'll hit the cabinet and there goes the nose piece. Because it's held on by a tiny little clip. Not even a clip. It's like a little piece of material that kind of jabs out. It sticks out. It's a flat piece of material, and that goes into the glasses that have these little slits. If this was an edited video, I would put it on a screen. But this new style of video that I'm doing, I like it because it's all on the fly. So imagine it in your head. It's got these little slits that are on the actual monocular, and you slit the thing in the nose piece where you want it, so that way you can adjust the height. What I would suggest for the nose piece, some kind of clip material. So it's got like 2 little clips on the side, and it's good enough so that if you bump into something, the nose piece will come off rather than breaking. Or make it resistant enough so that it won't come off. And it'll basically just survive the bang. The other thing is, the nose piece material is very thin. So that I know that's about being light. And that's awesome. I love how light this thing is. But I think there's a line between durability and thinness, where I would say this product is a 5 it's literally a 5 out of 5 because of how long I've had it and how durable it's been. But the nose piece, I think, is the one thing that we can improve on. And I haven't had a long history with assistive technology. With this kind of assistive technology, I've had experience with technology like CCTVs, electronic magnifiers. So I've had this thing for 6 years, and this is the only device. I haven't tried any other brand. So that's why I think I'm the perfect individual to give my review, is because this is what I've used for so many years, and I can tell you all the scenarios I've been with it. And one thing that is awesome about the Beecher is that I don't feel it. If I have it for hours on my face, it becomes part of me. So even though there's a lot of these things that are just these little repairs that I have to do every 6 to 12 months, fine, it's worth it because of the fact that it's so light and it's so functional. It doesn't get out of focus for me. It's always in focus. I always keep the focus wide open. So basically where it's in wide view, so I have a good field of view, and it never loses focus. That is awesome. I remember when I was in middle school, elementary, those dome magnifiers that were like this huge dome magnifiers, and to see far away, you had to like put the things on your face. They were this dome, like these large 2 domes. They had to put it in front of your eyes, and you could see from far distances, but it would get really blurry, and you had to like adjust how much light comes in, and you have to adjust the angle. This, you can adjust the angle if you want to, but the light is always going to be consistent, and it does such a good job, honestly. So for all the repairability aspect, it's very repairable. There's some things that as I mentioned, that could be improved, but they won't interfere with the usability experience because of the fact that you can get the spare parts. I get my spare parts on Maxi Aids. They come in a little bag. It'll come with the frame, the special screwdriver for it, and the nose piece. And what you do is there's that screw here. Where is it? Right here. You take that screw off in the center. You take the new frame. You take off the frame. You put the new frame on. You screw the screw on there again. If you have 2 of them, if you have binoculars, you'll have to put the other one. There's a slit on the top that is for the other one, for the other side. So you would basically just adjust the screw to make sure that it fits in the two glasses, the two halves of the monocular, and then that's it. You screw them together, and then you put your nose piece on. You slid it on the bottom, and you're good to go. It honestly, the repair that I do on here, it's so good that I don't mind doing it for the next 50, 60 years of my life. Like, it's so good that I'll continue doing that. I do want to get a new monocular. I don't know if it's going to be the same Beecher brand. I mean, it's been so reliable to me. I'm so used to already having to do the replacements for the frame every 6 to 12 months, so that's awesome. There's probably more advanced technology options out there, but the one thing that I like about this is that there's no battery, and it won't die on me. So that's kind of nice too. So even if I do get something electronic that is like this, but it has a battery operated, I'm probably going to get another Beecher out of pocket just so that I can have something as a backup that doesn't have a battery, because this thing doesn't have a battery, and that's great because you can use it for forever and you don't have to charge it and worry about charging it or anything. So, you can get it slightly wet. If you get it too wet, you'll get water in the frame. I haven't gotten it like submerged, but I have gotten it rained on, and just wipe it off and go about your day. So, yeah, that's basically my update after 6 years. I do these things every. I think my last one was when I started this channel in 2017. Um, 2017, 2020. Yeah, it's been 4 years. And, yeah, it's been 4 years, and by then I had it for about 3 years. So, cool. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me essentially reviewing. It's a long-term review of the Beecher. It's a great product. Honestly, the way I look at it is this thing will last you for a long, long, long time. I've broken it because I'm a very active person, so I've crashed with my bike. I've clumsily bumped into a cabinet and I've broken it that way. It's just normal things that will happen to anybody. And even if I get another brand, it's still going to happen. It's just part of having something on your face all the time. You're destined to, at some point, have to repair it because it goes on your face. You go everywhere. You're a human being that, can bump into things, being visually impaired, and it's part of wearing the device. Maintenance is one of the big things of having these devices. I don't know. I don't know if my next device is going to be electronic or not. The thing that I'm terrified about having an electronic device on my face is if it breaks. I wonder how that repairability is going to be, and you can be guaranteed that if it's an electronic device, I will make sure to talk about how repairable it is, and if it's as repairable as the Beecher and comparisons and all that. So, all right, enough rambling. You guys should get a good idea of this device after 6-7 years of using it. Has it been 6 or 7? Oh, it's been around there, late 2015. All right, see you in the next live stream. Thanks for watching. And by the way, I just wanted to mention, thank you guys for the support. I'm going to keep mentioning it. It's just crazy how we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. And we're not almost, we're past 1,000 subscribers. We're at 1,035. And you know what? That is amazing. And I hope to keep making videos. And our next goal is 2,000 and eventually monetization so that we can do this YouTube thing more often. So, alright, thanks for your support. See you in the next video. Now I gotta stop the live stream. I love these outros. That's one thing I like about editing. Okay, hold on. Alright, I'm just gonna have to close the app.